Send a request to be in your live video. I like what people just send a request to be in my video. Maybe they do it by accident. Love you. How's it been seeing JB back in the chute? JB's just my friend. He used our locker room the other day. Since he hasn't made a qualified ride all year, I'd like to see him do good stuff outside of the chutes. So, I mean, he's great. JB's JB. He's wonderful. He's good to visit with. Whatever.
We should do a podcast with him.
What's that? We should, yeah. Follow up. Yeah. Well, from what? Oh, tomato soup. Paige Giske. Tomato soup is on. That Jake's girl. You know. Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. I forget Bo knows. Ooh, watch me at Del Rio. I bet you were cold. Mm-hmm. Valley City, North Dakota. Valley City State. Look at us, Instagrammers. Got any new funny stories? Nope. Are you kidding? Why? Why do it now? Besides the drunk guy in the car. Oh, yeah. Look at, I got a little haircut today. Mm-hmm.
Shelby's on.
She's cooking. She snapped me. Is she on Facebook or?
Yeah.
Oh, Shelby. Shelby, dinner looks great. Stay out of trouble. Work hard down there. What happened with the guy in Fort Worth? Which? Geez. I don't know. What happened? The guy? Well, I don't know. Oh, let's see. Oh, Facebook people now showing up. Oh, God. Brad and Kurt. Don't hijack it, Brad. Greatest person in the world. I've never seen him laugh so hard. That doesn't mean I'm a great person. That means you just laugh at my stuff. Happy Tuesday, Little Rock. Think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock. Where's the Pendleton? We never do Pendleton shots. We sip Pendleton on the rocks with a little water or whatever. What the heck? Why am I not there with you? Shelby.
Isn't she in Texas?
She's in Texas, yeah.
That's why.
Do another podcast with JB Mooney. So we do an hour of his story. What do you want to follow up with? Tootie's here. What would we follow up with? JB Mooney, another podcast. Hey, how you been? Not very good. Haven't ridden a bull all year. All right, back to you guys. Back to you, Craig. No. So Brad, I can't let you in. Now they're on Instagram, wanting to be guests. I can't because then you're not a guest on Facebook. You understand? Brad, it's not happening. Legitimate question. Why would you want to do that?
Policies.
Yeah. Favorite beer?
We have
my favorite beer. I don't drink much beer. Well, you go Coors, of course, because they've supported rodeo and bull riding for so long. So, no sound here in Brazil. Check your setting. You're the only one that doesn't have sound. I missed your comment. Tried to get tickets to the Kansas City event, but I don't know. I have no idea on tickets. So, hey, Kurt and Brad, y'all, for no legitimate questions. Fort Worth, Friday Night Fan of the Night. Oh, yeah, she was cute. She was a dancer. That was her granddaughter. Yeah, she was getting it. She's got a future. I'm not sure what, but yeah, we know about Texas. I'll get to all that. I'll give you guys a minute here. I liked reading the comments for a few minutes. You need more volume. They need more. Oh, this? Am I hooked here?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. How's that? Good? What takes longer, you to put your face on or Derek Kobaba to do his hair? Takes me a little longer, but not much longer. Las Vegas. Hey, is the sound better? Anybody watching? You can turn your sound on, Logan. See if we're good. We'll try it here. In case you didn't know, Southwest Air is going to Bozeman. Yep, I did know. Thank you. Coors Light in a plastic soda cup, Jake. Hey, Jake, you're on Facebook. Soup is on Instagram, by the way. Did you watch San Antonio, and what was your favorite moment? I really didn't. I watched with my dad and mom maybe 2 performances, but I did not. I could say, since somebody asked if I watched San Antonio. For one, I'm not a big enough fan. Bo, I'm kind of looking at you because I'm trying to be politically correct. I don't watch. If I have choices of things on TV, I don't clamor to watch a rodeo on TV. If I do, I want it to be like the NFR telecast with the good camera angles and the good. And it's good people are getting to see rodeo, but those are basically an arena feed of what's on the screen in there. So I think we're good on volume. Anyway, I didn't watch much of San Antonio, but good job, my friend Brad Narducci, whose legitimate question. Is it good now? He did the music there, did a great job. So yeah, didn't watch much of it, but I keep up kind of on who's doing good. We could be related. My mom. Oh, Crystal must be talking to somebody else. Still not convinced Leme is human. That's a good comment. I like that. Jose Vitor Leme. Couldn't be. It might not be. Any winner predictions for the American? I'm not going. So I haven't paid attention to who. How about I'll go Casey Field in the bareback ride. There you go. I know we have a bunch of bull riders from PBR going in this. I think they're riding bulls tonight. They're bucking 60 bulls tonight in the old Fort Worth Coliseum, in the Stockyards Coliseum. Then they have perfs. We have a bunch of PBR guys. Remember, they used to take PBR guys as the top 10. Now they take PRCA. So those PBR guys are up for the bonus, the million. They're qualifiers. So let me tell you, if Jose Vitor Leme is going through the qualifiers, which I don't know if he is because he had that broken leg, I would be nervous with the checkbook, everybody. I beat Leme in ping pong in Vegas once. Kyle Jones. You did, Kyle. That's the other. There's 2 Kyle Joneses. There's Richard Jones, friend Kyle Jones, and then there's Kyle Jones, the bull rider. In Vegas, they had ping pong tables up on the concourse at the arena when we had no crowds, and they'd play ping pong, and skinny Kyle Jones beat Jose Vitor Leme in ping pong. So, Kyle, you are the world champion ping pong player. Thanks, Sam. I saying I look handsome tonight. I appreciate that. Jay Linderman, send me an invite. Okay. I'll message you. Oh, we should get going here. But this is good. Asking good questions. So, hey, everybody. Hey, Brad and Kurt. Good to see you here. I haven't seen you scroll by in a few minutes. But welcome to whatever week. It's Tuesday night. How do I think? Oh, remember what I said last week? If you start a question with, what do you think? One, I probably can't answer it. Then you're going to really get what I think. But how do you think Blue Mitchell will do this year? So far, so pretty good, I guess. Would the answer, what if I said, that I'm not answering that question like this. What if I said, I think he's going to suck? Then everybody would be, I mean, what's the right answer there? Look, you can do good. Chris Sturgeon, are you retired? Well, yeah, ask some people at the PBR in Fort Worth last week, Chris. No. And here I am. Apparently I'm not retired. Welcome to our little Tuesday night according to Flint. As usual, welcome everybody. Just some updates on some things. Look at it's fun. We always take the first few minutes to watch where people are from, some quick questions at the beginning. And it's always, we have talked about the difference in the questions and comments on Facebook compared to Instagram. Who's your favorite NBA team? How do you think? That's Instagram. I used to be a Philadelphia 76ers fan back in the day. It was Dr. J, Bobby Jones, Caldwell Jones, Maurice Cheeks, Andrew Toney, Daryl Dawkins. Yeah, that was a team right there, man. They were my team. Now, and favorite NBA team, I could give two S's about. I really don't. There's some great players out there, but I don't know. You were at Cowtown tonight, 49 Riders, 12 Road. Okay. That has so they'll advance to try. I don't really know how all of it works to the format of who moves on to performances and then gets to the American in AT&T Stadium. I honestly don't. Not that I don't care. I just I haven't kept up as much as I don't know if I should or. PBR used to produce the American, and then RFD TV started producing it themselves. So the PBR is kind of out on all of that, so I don't go. Anyway, thank you to Fort Worth, Texas. This past weekend in the old Cowtown Coliseum. It was a nice looking 50% crowd. Anybody? Did you see it on TV? That was... I can honestly say since we started back way last summer where we had partial crowds and we just crave things getting back, probably the ones that were closest, Bismarck, North Dakota last end of the summer when we went there, it was really close to having a good feel like that. I don't know where else, but Fort Worth this weekend, I had goosebumps. I had chills the first 10 minutes Saturday night. Thanks to the fans of all the places, that would be wild and feel like a frenzy and loud. Fort Worth of all, usually like Oklahoma and Texas crowds, they've seen it. They get a rodeo. There's a rodeo there every week. They came there ready to roll. So, by the way, I'll mention this about halfway through, the subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to start giving away some stuff. However, I will say that this Thursday, according to Flint Podcast, new episode. Thanks for all the great feedback on my one that came out 10 days ago, 12 days ago with Randy Bernard. If you haven't caught all that, maybe, go to According to Flint, the YouTube channel, According to Flint, and subscribe. Look, that's a segue, Logan. Go subscribe to According to Flint, the YouTube channel. We're going to, we have an announcement, a post coming up, but we're going to give away some stuff. So check us out. Everything's available on YouTube. The Randy Bernard episode, really getting some good reviews. So thank you for that. This Thursday, did we go 6 o'clock Mountain Time or 5? 5 o'clock Mountain Time. We moved it to the evening. Country. It was hard for me not to fangirl when I recorded the one this week. Country music legend, 14 number one hits, Mr. Steve Wariner. Some fools never learn. Lonely women make good lovers. Small town girl. I'm already taken. 2 teardrops. He could go on and on. Holes in the floor of heaven. Yes. It's What I Didn't Do. Another Steve Wariner. He was great. It's a good one, isn't it, Logan? Like an hour and a half we visited. Steve Wariner, According to Flint, available Thursday. So, look at somebody just says, Cooper Davis or Jess Lockwood? In what? Like, Friends or what? What bull scares me? Bad question. Every single one of them. Every bull. Yeah. By the way, somebody asked what the drink of choice was tonight. We're ashamed. We're ashamed. It's just some nights, It's, yeah. Other Kyle Jones. Fort Worth short round was rank. That is exactly right. That is exactly right. The short round, there was like 490s, 4 over 90. Jose Vitor Leme, 94 and a half. And he was all of that. And yeah. Best bull rider, Jess or Coop. Still, Jared, still, how do you want me to answer that? I'm friends with those guys. They're both amazing. And I'll put myself out there. I'm not politically correct, but really? You want me to show up in Glendale next week and go, so you said Cooper was better. Oh, they wouldn't probably, but no, I'm sorry. I think they're pretty on equal terms right now, those two, as a matter of fact. Right. Why do you think why we haven't had a burger? Anyway. See, I got to cover them up. I got to cover up the comments for a bit. Oh, by the way, speaking of Texas, by the way, the stockyards in Fort Worth, there were lines of people to get in the clubs there. It was, if you didn't know, you wouldn't have known anything was going on in the country. It was crazy. It was America. It was almost normal. And speaking of Texas, today, the governor there, Governor Abbott, announced 100% open and no mask mandate. And so what's the date? Did he give the date on that? The 7th? Is that somebody I think just said the 7th. So, and without making a commentary on masks or whatever, even though what have I said? Somebody's got to make a move. For anything to move. It's like our country is constipated. Our country is constipated. Until somebody starts some movement, somebody's got to make them. Something's got to start moving. If it doesn't, like I said, basketball teams got to start sitting by each other on the bench, since we all know they came in the same bus or the same plane and take a shower together and change together or share hotel rooms. Then they get to the gym and they all sit spread out because it's the safest thing with COVID when they've been together all week, all day. So, but somebody's got to make a move, and Texas did that today. Mississippi did that today. But I think it's funny that I intentionally go on like Twitter and read comments. It's next Wednesday, by the way. Somebody just told me next Wednesday. Oh, it's Trip Dugas. Trip, I like Trip. Good to see you, buddy. Butch Bratsky. Hey, Butch. It's funny to read the comments, the people that have hate for the governor of Texas for making that, just saying, I'm opening up bars and you don't have to wear a mask. March 10th. Okay. March 10th. Thank you. But, it's amazing how they just hate the guy, because in essence, the governor is basically saying, we just talked about this. You can still wear, he didn't just say, I think this is the funny part. He didn't say, hey, you're not allowed to wear a mask and you have to crowd in this restaurant. That's how people treat this decision. Like he's telling them, hey, you can't wear a mask anymore. No, he's saying, I'm not going to make you wear a mask. That's where everybody, Governor Noem in South Dakota, she just said, you have all the information. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. That's okay. So basically, people hate a man for leaving the control up to them. I find it interesting that we have become a society that people go crazy. People go crazy when somebody's not controlling everything they do. Hey, put your pants on. What? Well, that maybe they do got to wear pants. But it's funny. The best is, but how I like the fact government doesn't tell me my every move. If I still want to wear a mask, I'll wear a mask. That's okay. If I if you don't feel comfortable in a restaurant or bar that is at 100% capacity, what's the answer? Don't go. Thank you, Logan. Good job. I can tell you're young and still listen. Yeah. Don't go. Here's the funny part on the comments. People from California. Oh, well, we in California should have to test everyone that comes in from Texas then. I mean, all of a sudden you're not allowed to come in to California from Texas, and the Texans are all going. And I have a lot of friends in California, and there's people on here from California. But I will say this. I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart, Texans are not clamoring to go to California. I'm just throwing that out there. It's not an insult. It's a fact. Texans are not lined up at the border to get into California. And one person was proud and said, you Texans couldn't afford to live here anyway. Well, there you go. That's something to be proud of. So anyway, kind of funny that if people just have gotten to the fact, yeah, our Montana governor did waive the mask mandate and didn't control. It's that the counties can do what they want. Billings were pretty good. I went and got a little haircut trim today, and they chose that business. I won't say where it is, but it was Great Clips on Grand Avenue. They had made the decision in their business that they were not wearing masks. If somebody comes in and says, I'd prefer you to wear a mask while you cut my hair, they say, you bet, you got it. But there was several elderly ladies in there getting their hairs cut, their blue haircut, and didn't, yeah. So it's just, hey, it's your choice. So, where was I going here? By the way, Texas, again, I'll stay on the Texas topic. When I said of all places would get wild, Fort Worth, I would like to take this opportunity. These are who's your favorite people? I'm not answering who my favorite rider. Rumor, Sean Willingham coming out of retirement. Is this true? Could be. He's done it 3 times already or so. So I have no idea. And I don't have a favorite PBR rider. This is a tip. During a show, you get all fired up. Your friends and you are drinking. We're having the guy, having people dance for things. No matter how good of an idea you think it is, to jump into the arena during a commercial break because you think it's going to be fun and that I'm going to be nice to you. Little tip, don't ever, ever jump into the arena at a PBR, at a rodeo, nothing. Ever, ever. Even if at a commercial. You know when you're watching rock concerts and somebody jumps on stage and they're playing and they all do this? There's a reason they do that. Because we have no idea. That is our controlled area. Singers and stuff, performers, it's a stage. That's my stage. When you jump in the arena, you're on our territory. That is our controlled area. So it's scary. What if somebody jumped out there, hey, I'll give you $100 if you go punch him on the back of the head? Because that's realistic. So don't ever jump in the arena. And the guy he was an older guy and he was plastered. And he looked at me like, hey man, here I am. Like, no, get your ass out of here. So Keith, one of our crew guys, was security and he came and escorted him quite aggressively out of the arena. I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm not going to, nothing. Matter of fact, it would be fun to drop somebody, right? I think somebody, if they mess with me and whop, I think the crowd would go crazy. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, that happened one year. And by the way, somebody just asked. Somebody said he's lucky Frank didn't get to him. Frank's not going to do it. Frank's really tough, but he's not going to seek out a guy to punch. But it is not the first time that has happened. A guy jumped in the arena years and years ago at Albuquerque at Tingley Coliseum. Promised Land, the bull, during the bull ride. Yeah, it was Promised Land, and he was not mean. And that guy, he kind of made a little pass and ran down the arena, and it was all Cody Lambert and Tommy Joe Lucia. It was all they could do to not tackle him. Remember that? Oh, my gosh. He was overserved. There was a guy in Denver one year, a young guy came straight across at me towards me, and it scared me. I can't describe it. That's a terrible feeling because you're just not supposed to be there, and the way people are anymore, I don't know what they're doing. So, and then let's see, there's been rodeos. There's a famous video of the late great, hey, Chevelle Shepherd's on Instagram. What up, C? Hey, Chevelle. Remember Chevelle? She won The Voice. She's cool. Chevelle's a good friend. She's awesome. What's that? Yeah, Chevelle, that girl, she sings okay, right? Chevelle sings okay. There is a famous video out there of Liesl Harrison. He's doing a clown act with a robot. He had a robot act. It was his son in the robot suit. And a guy came from the crowd and tackled the robot. Couple things. That's what we do for a living. Like, that's our show. And you're ruining equipment, and that's his kid. And this guy tackles him and runs to the fence. Have you ever seen the video? Well, you got to Google it after. And the guy starts climbing the fence, and security comes and pulls him off the fence. And Liesl, all 70 years old of him at the time, I think it was in Lehigh or Vernal. I think it was Vernal, Utah. And they have this guy pulled off the fence, and Liesl put the boots to him and just beat him down. It was the greatest thing ever. So it happens, and we don't like it. Flint, I saw Matt made it to Sonic after. No, I didn't go to. Yeah. The Hoosiers coach wandered on the court. Today, it was on TV today. My favorite movie of all time, Jimmy Chitwood, greatest player of all time, fiction or nonfiction. Oh, let's see. Somebody just said, guess he's not going to answer the best or his favorite riders. No, I'm not. What? I do this every week. I go to PBRs every week. I'm not going to tell you the best or my favorite riders. I'm friends with those guys. That's like going in. See, I shouldn't get short, but I don't watch it. Folks, you people, go ahead and drink. I don't watch it the same as you two, or you guys. I'm not in the stands watching these guys picking my favorite one. It's just part of it's part of every week. And there's certain guys that have certain personalities that I like, and they're this, and at the end of the day, we want the guy that's riding the best to win. So no, I can't sit here and tell you my favorite rider. I've been asked who the best rider I ever saw in person was, and I've never changed my answer. Justin McBride. There you go. I'll say that. Who says the guys are friends with him? Okay, so listen, if you got invited to Instagram, be a dick while I'm doing this. Travis, who says the guys are, here's the other thing. Keep in mind, the bull riders average probably 25 years old. I'm 53 years old, you guys. So we're not going to breakfast every morning. I mean, I do sometimes. I never met Lane Frost. He was a little before my time. No, Bob, you're okay. Just, I'm not, sometimes the question keeps coming back that, I don't know if you know, sometimes I have topics to talk about. So, but the guy can circle back that said maybe the guys aren't friends with him. You can circle back on that. Well, hell, I'll invite you in. There's one. Go invite to be joined. I'll debate you right here. Oh, anyway, let's see. They are all his favorite. Margie. That's my cousin, by the way. They're not all my favorite. Yeah, the results tell you who my favorites are. Let's see who the best one is. Oh, let's see. Number one is probably the best one right now. I think the best pure bull rider right now is Jose Vitor Leme. I mean, that's not that hard to figure out. So it's like asking who your favorite kid is. That is Crystal Ray. You're right. But I do have a favorite kid. I'm not telling them which one. So anyway, the moral of the story. Oh, he says, everyone should be friends with Flint. Thank you, Travis. I like when they correct them. I appreciate it. So yeah, don't ever jump in the arena. Did I get my point across? Yeah, okay. By the way, let's see what else is going on. By the way, whatever you do, don't read Dr. Seuss to your kids anymore, in case you missed the memo. Cancel culture strikes again. Taking Dr. Seuss. What's that?
6
Say 4 or 6 books. Which one is it? If I ran the zoo or if I ran the circus?
Zoo.
It's the zoo. It's not young Morris McGurkus. It's Mr. McGrew or whatever. Because it rhymes with zoo. Never one time. I worked with Greg Roomer, as a matter of fact, Jane. My childhood that formed a lot of me when I started rhyming things just for fun. That was from Dr. Seuss. The star-bellied sneetches. You know, the star-bellied sneetches, whose bellies had stars, and the plain-bellied sneetches had no stars upon theirs. I mean, come on, man. What are sneetches? Is that racist? What color were they? Yellow? Or what were they? The sneetches. Dr. Seuss. I want to know, when we go through all this, does anybody really know these people? Anyone? Where are all these people that are mad that want to cancel everything? Because I've never met any. I've never in my life, like those weird things, met somebody who goes, well, yeah, that Dr. Seuss, that Theodore Geisel, got to get rid of him. I want to know where the 10 people are that have so much power to get this crap done. And when do we say enough? When is somebody going to say enough and throw them overboard of a ship? Something. I have no idea. I don't get it. Why do we have nothing? I mean, why can't all of us and Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head and Dr. Potato Head, see, that would have solved the whole thing. Dr. Potato. I mean, when is enough enough? How does it, what scares me about our society and why I get worked up about it? I don't know how it ends. Like, how does this end? It's scary. Like, oh, by the way, somebody just mentioned, shirt of the day, Valier Panthers. Let's go up to the Golden Triangle, north central Montana, home of Panthers, but also many grizzly bears out in the wheat fields at Valier, Montana. We played Valier in high school, basketball, a little bit in football. Valier, nice little town, north of Choteau, up there kind of by Conrad, towards Cutbank and Browning, up in that whole area. Lake Francis, full of walleye up there. Telling you. Speaking of when does it ever end, what about the guy, the teachers union president in California? Did you see this one? You saw it. Thank you. The president of a teachers union in a California district or area who rallied against opening schools, who has openly rallied against opening schools because it's not safe for teachers to be back, was caught on video dropping off his daughter at a private school. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, let me see something. That does sound about right. Whoops. Oh, shoot. I just like everybody to know that my daughter just texted me looking for somebody's phone number. I'm not going to tell them who you asked for their phone number, but you know better to text me when I'm on the air like this. The guy had somebody just said, the guy had dreads, his hair in braids, and a Cal Berkeley hoodie on, of course, in the picture. Congratulations, Cal Berkeley. Yeah, so, yeah, he didn't want schools to open, but he was dropping his daughter off. That at a private school that was in session, that was in-person learning. I think California's full. It's a little hypocritical. The governor, he's... What? But here's the thing. Okay, this is... I do not, you got to listen to what I'm saying here, because I don't have a problem with teachers. I was a teacher. My sister is a wonderful educator. Both my parents were teachers at one time. I have great friends that are teachers and coaches, but education, I have a degree in education, but the teacher unions in certain cities across the country, now our friends in Montana, they've been teaching, kids are in session, but the unions who say teachers shouldn't go to work because it's not safe. I have a question. Whose job in all this was safe? Who actually was safe? Do people working in Costco encounter more people and more different, varied people in one day than a school teacher? Adults. People working in Walmart, people working in the grocery store, flight attendants, other airport workers, the lumber yard, people at McDonald's. I mean, we can just name them. Do they not encounter people all day? All day long. So why is it that teachers are in so much more danger than the other people in society who have chosen to go back to work? Why are they so different? And I know teachers, and I know there's probably teachers watching. It's more work to not be in school. I mean, I can't imagine the work it takes to teach kids online and the hybrid learning. I mean, why so different? And here's something, you don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to work at Walmart. You don't have to work at Costco. I don't have to do what I'm doing. I don't have to. Nobody's making me do what I'm doing. If you don't feel safe, you don't have to be a teacher at all. So I'm just wondering, to those unions, again, somebody's going to come in part way, misconstrue what I say. I don't have a problem with teachers. It's those unions that are keeping teachers out of schools and kids out of schools because they don't think it's safe. When really, there's no job in this country through any more safe than the others through a pandemic. So I have a job. I have an idea, though. Since you don't have to, I will say this. I have an idea what else you can do. Been thinking about this. You can go get jobs in green energy, like they told all the oil field workers they could do. It's easy. John Kerry said it's easy. If you lose your job, go work in green energy, right? I mean, they're out there. Those jobs are out there. It's simple. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Schools are set. There's really no transmission through kids. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look. So, like you run around and see a ton of different. Yeah, but the kids almost like, and see, somebody's taking it wrong. What I'm saying, yeah, but all my comparison was teachers' unions who won't let the teachers go back to work. And why are teachers in any more danger than any other? You get what I'm saying, but somebody's going to take it. You know what else I'm tired of? I'm so tired of people finding something to be offended about. People aren't even offended. They hear or listen to what you say, think somebody will be offended, so then they're the ones complaining because they think somebody will be offended. Yeah. Anyway, I got a nasty message last week because there was drinking in the show. Coors is a sponsor. So we do a deal where Richard drinks a beer. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's true. You don't have to be a teacher, but paying for that degree, you spent loads of money. Oh, I know. I have one. Yeah. I'm just saying. No, completely. Somebody's going to see somebody. I'm not anti-teacher. See, now I'll read the comments. I'm not. Did I not start this whole thing with I used to be a teacher and have friends that are teachers? Don't miss the point here. Do not miss the point. I'm not anti-teacher. I'm watching because somebody's going to do it. Somebody already did. Mm-hmm. Anyway, see, that's like sacred ground. Have you ever noticed that? It's like sacred ground. Yeah. Anyway. I'm watching. Well, and you know what happens when somebody gets offended. Nothing. All right. Let's see. What am I missing? Oh, by the way, I mentioned this earlier, but I want to say it again. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, According to Flint. We will put a post up tonight sometime. Show you what we're going to be giving away. We are going to give away a little Pendleton whiskey swag. Not Pendleton whiskey. We can't do that. Can't do that. So thank you for somebody, Tim. Tim said there's a difference between talking about teachers and teachers unions. That's it. Thank you, Tim, on Instagram. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. to say. Glad to see you brought back the sound of the gates of heaven opening. I did. I gave it a couple weeks because somebody thought I compared a beer to their God, and I didn't. Anyway, so subscribe according to Flint. We will pick a winner from the people who subscribe for some Pendleton whiskey swag. Before I go, what time is it? Oh, yeah, we're good. This week, my Cooper Tire fan of the week. It was, and it didn't get that great a feedback. Maybe there was too much thinking here. Maybe it was too obscure. It was like Gene Rayburn's match game. March, what's the saying? March comes in like a lion, out like a lamb. That's the old saying. So we said March comes in like a blank and out like a blank. Anyway, there was some stuff. There was some bull things. No, John Furman, you're not winning because your reference to chiseled. Nice try. On purpose. It was pretty good, but nope. No. Comes in like a mutton buster, out like chiseled. No. Some other people in like a shot of Pendleton, out like Whoopa. A lot of bull riding references. Comes in like the PBR. What do we say? Stuff where I know you're sucking up. You're not going to win. Bull riding stuff. No, I wanted creativity, man. There was some COVID references in like a virus, out like a vaccine. Yeah, whatever. That's good. Nice job. Nice job. But the winner, and I know he's on here. This was hard for me because I kind of deemed him not eligible to win because I've known him so long, and he is a fellow rodeo clown and the father of possibly the greatest, for sure, one of the greatest bull fighters ever. And I worked with him at the very first pro rodeo that ever hired me in Red Lodge, Montana. But soon as Timber Tuckness, you post something every week, and they're always good. I didn't think you could win, but you're winning today. Timber Tuckness says, March will come in like the sound of music and out like a bad Motley Crue song. It's catchy. First of all, is there a bad Motley Crue song? I don't know. Like what one? Was it Home Sweet Home? Wild Side? Take a walk on the wild side. Yeah, who knows? That's the only question. So, Timber Tuckness, rodeo clown. My man Casey Ackerman's going to be in touch with you. We'll send you some swag. And plus, in high school, I was in the school musical, The Sound of Music. So, yeah. What? Suck up. Yeah, so Timber, you sucked up. In like the sound of music, out like a bad Motley Crue song, Timber Tuckness. You are my Cooper Tire fan of the week. In like Taco Bell, out like a rig blowout. Some of these are good now. In like 2018 smooth operator, out like 2021 smooth operator. They're still scoring over 90 on the bull. They just ride him all the time, but he's still worth points. So I like some of these are good. In like the old club and out like the Metlin. If you know anything about Dillon, Montana, you know that that's a good one. Corey Birkenbuell, you're on here. That'd be good for you. What else? Yay, Timber. There you go. Now they're cheering for Timber. That's cool. Anyway, so listen, got rolling. Remember, go back and listen to what I said before you jump on me. But I know if I ever bring something up, it's whatever. Got to have thick skin for this, right? I don't. Do I have thick skin? No, don't even do this. Not at all. I don't have thick skin at all. I don't know where Kurt and Brad, they must have got busy. Yeah. They're in H3 on the corner on the Stockyards. I ate there twice last week. I always get the 8-ounce sirloin with the 2 cheese quesadillas. It's so good. Oh, man. I should answer. What part did you play? I answered this a couple weeks. Rolf, the messenger boy. You are 16 going on 17. Fellows will fall in line. Anyway, there you go. Congratulations. That's right, Kyle. There is no bad Motley Crue song. So keep in mind, this Thursday, 5 o'clock Mountain Time, be watching. We'll post all the links right here. My podcast, one of my favorite ones yet, with one of my all-time favorite musicians and singers, country music artist Steve Warner, will be my podcast this week. It's fun. It's a great time. Steve Warner is a mega country music star, 4-time Grammy Award winner, and was nice enough to join us, and that was great of him. We'll be back next Tuesday. This week, no PBR. As far as the Unleash the Beast tour, the American is going on. To check them out on the Cowboy Channel all weekend, and the semifinals on the Cowboy Channel as well. A lot of great Cowboys there. So happy Tuesday, everybody. We will catch you soon. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.